Hey, this is Rachel from A Mother Far From Home. So let's talk about cluster feeding. Now I have an entire post about cluster feeding that you can see below, but I want to touch on one of the main points in this quick video that I think will help you the most, and that is you want to cluster feed on purpose, not by accident. So let me break that down. Cluster feeding by accident is when your baby wants to feed every 30 minutes or every hour all night or all day. Cluster feeding on purpose is purposefully feeding your baby at close intervals, giving them full feeds so that they have as much milk as they need to be able to sleep soundly for the night. So, for example, cluster feeding by accident is feeding your baby at 9 and 11 and 12:30 and 1, except they didn't really want to feed at 1 and she wasn't very hungry, but she took a little bit, and then 3:30 and then 4. But did she want to feed? Did she not feed? And then 5, she's up for the whole day. So this is like accidental cluster feeding. And this is also what I like to call snacking. So baby's like, I'm gonna have a little cracker here and I'm gonna have a little cheese stick here, but not ever eat enough to feel full, just eat enough to feel a bit hangry, right? So purposeful cluster feeding is, and I like to use cluster feeding. I did this with all 5 of mine. And I've shared this on my website with thousands and thousands of moms, is that the best time to cluster feed is whenever your milk supply is already a bit low. So at the end of the day, that 5, 7, 9 time, your milk quality is a bit lower because of the stresses of the day. Baby's perhaps a little bit fussy, and you want to get as much milk as you can in them, obviously in a safe amount that helps them sleep as long as they can at night, okay? Because just as we need to sleep, and there are so much research out there about how our body just does not function when we don't have enough sleep. It's the same to babies. In that first year of life, they develop more than any other year, humans, of our lives, that first year. So sleep is important. So cluster feeding on purpose, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, but I list a lot of examples below. It will help the baby to be able to go to sleep. It'll also prevent witching hours, or it'll lessen the severity of witching hours. It'll make baby bedtime easier, and it'll help baby sleep longer at night. So if you're cluster feeding, I want you to think you want to cluster feed on purpose so that you can avoid cluster feeding by accident. Check out all the links below for more info.